Welcome to my channel Say Gayatri's Academy, and today we are going to deal with recognition of provisions for restructuring cost as per Ind AS 37, which deals with provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. Okay, तो आज हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? As per Ind AS 37 के अंडर में हम पढ़ेंगे recognition of provision for restructuring cost. तो provision for restructuring cost कैसे हम recognize करेंगे और क्या इसका measurement है, that we will see today. Okay. Ind AS 37 deals with provisions for restructuring cost, but it should be noted that it does not prescribe the accounting of the cost. Cost के accounting के बारे नहीं बताता है, but only prescribes the recognition and measurement criteria. कैसे measure करेंगे और क्या recognition का criteria, सिर्फ उसी को Ind AS 37 बोल रहा है, ठीक है? Under Ind AS 37, a provision is a liability of uncertain timing or amount. So एक liability है जिसका timing uncertain है और उसका amount uncertain है, ठीक है? तो उसके लिए हम एक liability बनाएंगे. Before a provision can be recognized, a company must meet all three of the following criteria. First criteria what should be? कोई भी liability के लिए जो provision को recognize करेंगे, तीन criteria प्रेजेंट होने चाहिए. फर्स्ट इज द प्रेजेंट ऑब्लिगेशन, सेकेंड प्रोबेबल आउटफ्लो, थर्ड इज द रिलायबल एस्टिमेट. So let's see present obligation. What does it mean? It's a legal or constituted obligation exist from past events. Past में कोई event हुआ है जहाँ से कोई भी constructive obligation है या legal या constitutive obligation exist from past event. Let's see what they are saying. For restructuring, a constructive obligation is key. So constructive obligation should be there and is created only when the entity has a detailed formal plan. और तभी उसको create किया जाएगा कि detailed formal plan है and has raised a valid expectation in those who will be affected. और वो detailed formal plan को अगर carry out किया जाएगा तो कुछ लोग उससे affected होंगे. So it should raise a valid expectation on those जिनके ऊपर affect होगा, ठीक है? And that it will carry out the plan, that the entity is going to carry out the plan. So there should be present obligation, right? Second, probable outflow. It is more likely that not that resources, example, cash will outflow out of to settle the obligation. Okay, it is more likely that not that resources of this cash will be outflow of the for the settling the obligation. The obligation is there, so हमारे से कोई भी resource outflow होगा, right? The entity must conclude that it is probable, more likely than not, okay, that it will have to pay terminating benefits or other restructuring cost. तो entity को ये देखना पड़ेगा कि it is most likely than not, मतलब probable है कि payment करना पड़ेगा. There will be an outflow of cash or any resources from the part of the entity who is carrying out this plan, right? Just like terminating benefits or other restructuring costs. Reliable estimate. The obligations amount can be estimated reliably, and the obligation that will arise from carrying out this plan should be able to be reliably estimated. Okay, the company must be able to make a best estimate of the cost, like employee termination packages, lease penalties or asset write-downs, right? So there should be reliable estimate. First make obligation रहेगा, second there should be an outflow of cash or resources, and third there should be reliable estimate can be made from the part of the entity. Ind AS 37 is strict on restructuring provisions to prevent companies from manipulating profits by creating excessive reserves in good years. When the company, sometimes what happens, the companies have excess profits and out of that they create reserves. Okay, so what they do, they manipulate the profit by creating excessive reserves. So Ind AS 37 is very strict in restructuring provisions. Okay, so crucially, provision for future operating losses is never recognized as there is no present obligation. अगर कोई present obligation नहीं present रहेगा तो हम उसके लिए कभी भी कोई liability के लिए, किसी भी liability के लिए हम provisions नहीं create करेंगे. So provisions for restructuring cost is only made if the present obligation is there. Let's take an example to understand this more nicely. Restructuring at Innovate Tech Solutions. एक example ये है. Let's see how these principles are applied with a fictional company. It's not a true company, it's a fictional made, right? This situation on 15th of December 2025. Okay, this is likely to come. The board of Innovate Tech proves a detailed plan to close its legacy hardware division. So legacy hardware division उसको बंद करने का सोच रहा है ये entity, right? The plan क्या है? There should be a plan, okay, प्लान क्या है, टर्मिनेटिंग 100 एम्प्लॉयज, 100 एम्प्लॉयज को टर्मिनेट किया जाएगा. डिटेल्स ऑफ द सेवरेंस पैकेज, 1 मंथ सैलरी पर ईयर ऑफ सर्विस वर फाइनलाइज्ड. ओके, जिनको टर्मिनेट किया जाएगा उन एम्प्लॉयज का एवरी 1 मंथ सैलरी पर ईयर ऑफ सर्विस, जितने सर्विस उनके बाकी उनको दिया जाएगा, वर फाइनलाइज्ड. ओके, डिटेल्स ऑफ सेवरेंस पैकेज वाज फाइनलाइज्ड. एग्जिस्टिंग एंड सब लीजिंग टू फैक्ट्री लीजेस इनकरिंग पेनल्टीज. ओके, कोई भी सब लीजिंग है उसको फैक्ट्री लीज को भी पेमेंट करना है. एंड सेलिंग स्पेसिफिक मशीनरी विच इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू बी सोल्ड बिलो इट्स बुक वैल्यू, बुक वैल्यू से नीचे सेल होगा मशीनरी, राइट, दैट इज इट विल बी सोल्ड एट अ लॉस. तो ये 3 पेमेंट्स हमें प्लान बनाया है हमने, उस प्लान में ये रहेगा, राइट. And this was discussed on 15th of December. The action, क्या action हुआ on 20th of December 2025? The company communicates the key details of this plan, including the termination terms. Termination का terms क्या उन्होंने रखा है, वो उसके साथ भी उन्होंने उसको to the affected employees union and begins implementing the plan. Okay, 15 दिसंबर उन्होंने डिसाइड किया, 20 दिसंबर को उसको क्या किया, कम्युनिकेट किया किसको, affected employees, जो employees affected होंगे उनके यूनियन को बताया गया, employees को बताया गया, and begins implementing the plan, right. अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट किया, 31 दिसंबर हम पकड़ते हैं, राइट. फाइनेंशियल लेवल ओवर फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर entity. The financial year ends on 31st of December. The management must decide whether to recognize a restructuring provision or not. Let's see what the answer will be. The financial year ends on 31st December. The management must decide. Okay. प्रेजेंट ऑब्लिगेशन है कि नहीं, तो 3 पॉइंट्स हमें देखने हैं. प्रेजेंट ऑब्लिगेशन है कि नहीं, प्रोबेबल आउटफ्लो है कि नहीं, रिलायबल एस्टिमेट हो रहा है कि नहीं, राइट. प्रेजेंट ऑब्लिगेशन, यस, अ कंस्ट्रक्टिव ऑब्लिगेशन वाज क्रिएटेड ऑन 20th of December, ठीक है जी, where the detailed plan was announced to the employees. So on 20th of December the plan was announced to the employees. Okay, this raised a valid expectation that the restructuring would occur. The obligation past event is this communication, not the earlier board decision. Earlier board decision 15th ko, that was not the thing. The obligation was created on 20th when it was announced to the employees, right. Probable outflow, yes, since the plan is being implemented, an outflow of cash for severance and penalties is more likely than not. Yes, probable outflow will be there. Reliable estimate, yes, management can reliably estimate employee terminal cost 2.5 crores based on known salary data and service years, how many service years were left over, okay, based on that. And lease penalty rupees 50 lakhs per contract terms, and loss on sale of machinery rupees 30 lakhs based on broker quotes. So we see the 3 points arising. Present obligation is there, probable outflow is there, and reliable estimate of the amount is also can also be done, right. Now condition, all the 3 criteria are met. Therefore, Innovate Tech must recognize the provision of 3.3 crores, 2.5 crores plus 0.5 crores and 0.3 crores in its financial statements for the year ending 31st December 2025. So उनको क्या दिखाना है? They have to show a provision, recognize a provision. Okay. So how what will be the accounting treatment? They will debit the profit and loss statement. Okay, by showing restructuring expense of rupees 3.3 crores. Okay, and what they will do, they will credit provisions as provisions for current liability, 3.3 crores. So it will be in the balance sheet shown as provisions, and in the statement profit and loss account it will be shown debited as restructuring expenses. Note on measurement, it is if the severance payments are expected to be made over the next 2 years. Okay, severance for the next 2 years, the provision amount should be discounted to its present value if the effect is material. Okay, if the severance payment is expected made in the next 2 years, payment will be and it should be discounted to its present value, right. The unwinding of the discount in the next year would be recorded as finance cost. Yes, the next year the discount portion which is being given will be shown as finance cost. And now also there should be a treatment in the tax portion also. What will be tax implications for tax purpose under the Income Tax of 1961? The deduction for these expenses is usually allowed only when they are actually paid. When they are actually paid, then the deduction will be made as per Income Tax Act. Okay, this timing difference between the accounting recognition in 2025, we are recognizing it is in 2025, but the tax deduction in the future years when it will be actually paid. So it will be create a deferred tax asset under Ind AS 12. Okay, provide the company expects future taxable profits. Hope. How and when should we recognize the provisions for restructuring costs as per Ind AS 37? Thanks for watching. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you.